Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And I want to dive into this tweet here from Anthony Welford. This is the CBDC advisor at Ripple. And we do see a pleasure to spend the evening at the UN headquarters in New York City. Interesting. I wonder why he's at the UN headquarters. I mean, does anyone actually look into what's happening here? Connections are being made. When you go over to Anthony's Twitter account, actually, just recently, if we go back in time a little bit, they were just at a major meeting with the European Parliament. And this is from work from both the public and private sector on blockchain and sustainability in the EU as well. Things are moving very, very fast now. Whether or not people want to realize this or not, that's totally fine, right? Just recently, Anthony was actually in Romania as well. If we scroll all the way to the top here you guys have him in Romania. Great keynote at the Unchained event in Romania, sharing the latest CBDC news and 5 announced central bank partnerships. I will be also on the panel Digital Assets and the New Ecosystem of Value Exchange Friday, June 30th. All of this actually already happened, but I still think that it is significant. And also, just recently, we do see over here again from Anthony that Ripple was just awarded by Currency Research at the 2023 Digital Currency Conference for our advancement in digital currency best sustainability initiative. Ripple has a long history from inception of sustainability projects, and we are making sure the CBDC team continue to develop long-term sustainable solutions for our customers and partners. And here you guys have them winning this award. Now, mind you, focus on the big key here. Best sustainability initiative around CBDCs. Do you think that this is, something surprising? No, but the connections are significant to the overall elite organizations. For example, the UN, which we just know from Anthony that he was at the headquarters in New York. They are hyper-focused on sustainable development goals. Going all the way back to 2021, we've seen an announcement from Ripple with Zange.com to bring a carbon credit solution to the XRP ledger, one of the first major carbon neutral blockchains. Zange.com has a very significant logo. Today, they actually changed it. But if we look at the ties back to the UN in terms of their Sustainable Development Goals program, it is right on par with their same exact logo. Also, from the United Nations Development Program, this all reminds me of this PDF file. Development Future Series Working Papers, Cryptocurrency in Africa, Alternative Opportunities in Advancing the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, there's 6 mentions of XRP. The first one is here in terms of market capitalization evolution of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. XRP being one of the others on here, which is in the gray. We do see Bitcoin and Ethereum. I do think that this will change as utility does take over. Now, as we continue to scroll down, we see more mentions of XRP. One example, so they're actually talking about, so let me go back to the top here. The ability to make payments through cryptocurrency is as little as seconds, enables more rapid movement of money along the supply chain among buyers, shipping companies, sellers, etc. MSMEs in cross-border trade can then have faster access to finance from banks and other financial institutions for securing liquidity for businesses. One example of this is Ripple's cryptocurrency XRP and its cross-border payment network for hundreds of financial institutions globally. XRP can bridge 2 local fiat currencies on either side of a cross-border transaction within 3 seconds at a small cost for financial institutions. Through Ripple's line of credit service, transactions can be completed using XRP at a locked-in exchange rate, and credit can be repaid later on a convenient schedule, thus securing upfront capital for processing trade payments. Then the next mention of XRP down here says, it is noteworthy that, as with many other cryptocurrencies, transactions through XRP are subject to the risk of price volatility. Although the fast transaction speed can buffer such a risk to some extent, one potential approach to hedging such a risk is the development of cryptocurrency derivatives, e.g., forward, futures, options, swaps for institutional market players. Why is this significant? It's because of the value behind the derivatives market. There is, currently speaking, going back to 2022, $620 trillion. This valuation has jumped around a little bit. A lot of people were saying 1.2 quadrillion. Some people say 700, 800. Does not matter. All we need to know is that there is $600 trillion within the global derivatives market from the BIS. One, I believe that this will most likely be tokenized on chain. Two, it seems as though they want to create development of cryptocurrency derivatives for institutional market players. Then they go on to mention that this market is still small but growing, and they outline a few of the already products that are in this space around the derivatives market. But nonetheless, I thought that it was pretty interesting that they do mention it up here in terms of the development of such a product around cryptocurrency. Again, this could very well balloon to astronomical heights considering the fact that the derivatives market right now is worth about almost $620 trillion. But we also talked about how this could most likely be tokenized on chain and will most likely be also tokenized on chain as well. Now, going back to the award that Ripple won from Currency Research, this is also a pretty significant global organization. When you go to the About Currency Research over on their website, it's actually hard to read this, but we do see through its close relationships with central banks, regulators, payment operators, printworks, and other companies that are part of the cash and payments industry, Currency Research is the leading global provider of premium conferences for this audience. Now, within these conferences, they hold these conferences for the evolution of payments. They talk about the evolution of payments specifically around the cross-border payment sector. We go over here, we could see that under Global Payment Summit 2024, this is going to be happening next year. They planned this already. We do see new technology-driven initiatives such as ISO 20022, CBDC, stablecoins, and new payment and settlement solutions are driving a revolution in the historically inefficient and expensive cross-border payment landscape. The Global Payment Summit, GPS, gathers thought leaders from across the industry to help shape an infrastructure that moves more than $150 trillion per year and is therefore critical for the global economy. Then, of course, what do they provide us down here? Well, they provide us Decoding a CBDC Part 3, entering the next phase of CBDC exploration. Oh yeah, this is a report series. Partner, Ripple. No other name, just Ripple. Decoding Part 2 had Ripple and I believe Hedera with Proper US. This one just has Ripple. They're talking about $150 trillion cross-border payment market. The only name here is Ripple. And remember that these conferences are very large considering the fact that they invite the most relevant participants under the oversight of the central bank to ensure beneficial and productive communications that can lead to transformative approaches and initiatives for payments. And they also mention at the end here, which is pretty interesting, since cashless payments evolve quickly due to rapidly changing technologies, we hold this conference every year in a different location around the world. Interesting. I mean, this is exactly what they want, a cashless society. The problem is how fast is this going to happen? We don't know. But I have been hyper focused on this organization for a while. Then over here, we do see a lot of the questions around this conference, about the conference here. We see all of the questions. They're talking about maximization of FX efficiency to reduce friction and further enable cross-border payments, and so much more, even around like cross-border payments. Like cross-border payments is the focus here within this. But we also do see further background of the GPS conference focus. In October of 2020, the G20 endorsed a roadmap developed by the Financial Stability Board. There's the FSB with the G20. Like I said many times, they are the ones that are providing insight on a global regulatory path. And in collaboration with the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure at the Bank for International Settlements to enhance cross-border payments, this roadmap was born in response to the fragmentation of payment messaging standards across the globe and has the objective of working to improve the efficiency of cross-border and electronic payments. Mind you, right? As we look at what's happening here, and we look at all of the players tied to this conference, and we also do see who should attend the GPS. MSMEs and FSIs, retail commerce, central bank policymakers, FX experts/providers, payment service providers, retail banks, technology leaders and solution providers, research leaders, academics and researchers, private sector fintechs as well. And this is all of the key players around the global financial system, all meeting around this. And again, when we look at the major leaders behind this, and we look at the players that are tied to these documents as well, like for an example, decoding a CBDC, entering the next phase of CBDC exploration. Here we have Ripple, which just won a sustainability award from Currency Research. Under this, sorry, let me go back. Under this, we do see a few of the breakdowns around what's happening. So here's the company descriptions. In terms of the technology landscape, they are exploring the changing payments landscape on how fast it's being disrupted by this technology. But then down here, we do see business impact powered by digital currency. We help companies around the world accelerate their business. Ripple is a leader in enterprise blockchain technology, offering a comprehensive platform for minting, managing, transacting, and redeeming central bank digital currencies. Ripple is currently engaged globally with central banks on CBDC projects. With Ripple CBDC Private Ledger, central banks can manage their CBDC lifecycle, offering these benefits: stability, security, and resilience, easy access and financial inclusion, interoperability with disparate payment systems, and overlay services through the use of XRP. I know that they don't mention that there, but hey, there you guys have XRP down there, bridging the gap. Low energy consumption to promote sustainability as well, and they do mention a few of their major partnerships through this. Down here, entering the next phase of CBDC exploration. So let me zoom in real quick. So here we have central banks today have increasingly shifted away from theoretical discussions of central bank digital currencies to real world testing and experimentation. Roughly a dozen countries are already undergoing pilot programs, with an increasing number of countries likely to be added soon to that list. They continue to do these experiments. The thing that I always look at, right, is what technology they need. They need specific networks and infrastructures tied to this, end-to-end solution providers, technology partners, research partners, you name it. When we look at what's happening here, it's so clear that they need some type of system. They need some type of platform. Ripple has already created this platform. And it's a one-stop shop for CBDCs as well. In my opinion, DLT will be crucial. We do see here, what insights can central banks take away from CBDC exploration to date? Some markets have focused on wholesale, retail, or both. Some central banks are leveraging conventional infrastructures like Ghana, Jamaica, or Thailand, with others are basing their projects on DLT, like in the Eastern Caribbean, Nigeria, and Sweden. Each central bank's mandate is also different, as is the public policy context. Moreover, cultural expectations around digital privacy differ greatly, which may drive decisions about programmable or offline CBDC. All in all, a clear takeaway for central banks and monetary authorities is that they must avoid emulating technology or design decisions made in other markets and focus on what will work best. What will work best for their market. They also want to make sure that they are utilizing the best-in-class technology. Who is winning all of these major awards around the best-in-class technology? Ripple. And it's wild to me. It's absolutely wild to me that, Ripple is tied to almost every single one of these major documents. They're on almost every single one of these major documents. Like, a lot of people don't see what's happening here. But if I had to roll the dice and I had to choose, we'll just say 3 projects from the space to hold for the next couple years, I'm holding XRP, I'm holding XLM, and I'm holding XDC as well. Because I believe that these will be 3 crucial players. Now, of course, I hold many more than just 3. I hold XRP, XDC, XLM, Casper, HBAR, Nexera, QNT. I hold quite a bit of tokens, but it's because I believe in these tokens long term. And as we look at a lot of these PDF files like this one, it really is clear to me what's happening. And even when we go over here to, this is the breakdown of the 2023 summit, they do mention that there is a cross-border revolution happening here. A $150 trillion cross-border revolution. And for the longest time, Ripple has positioned themselves at the heart of this market. I strongly believe that Ripple will be the key player around that $150 trillion per year market. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. So it's up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are on this world. That's been Nick. Peace out, guys.